Oh, hey there. This is Attempting International Recipes, and in this episode, we're making fluffy pancakes from Japan. Now, if you've been on the internet at all lately, you've probably seen fluffy Japanese pancakes. They're one of those viral foods that everyone is going over to Japan and trying. I went to Japan, gosh, close to 10 years ago now, feeling old, and I didn't actually have these pancakes there. They were not quite as popular back then, at least. And so I didn't have these when I went to Japan, but when I went to Korea, there were so many carts offering these in Myeongdong. They're delicious. They're kind of it's a tall, fluffy, cloud-like pancake. My guess is they use whipped egg white to really get that height, and it's kind of like a meringue, and it's mixed in with the batter, and they just look delicious. I figured they would be absolutely perfect for trying on Attempting International Recipes, mainly because they have some form of meringue, which means there is a decent risk I might fail at making these. And with that said, the whole point of this series is that I am not a professional chef. I am just a regular cook trying to travel the world in my kitchen. There will be cooking fails and there will be cooking triumphs in this series, but the important thing is we're trying new foods and seeing if we like them. So for this recipe, I got this off of Just One cookbook. The person who runs this recipe website is originally from Japan. I always try and find a creator who is actually from the country that the food's from when I find something on this show. Her website looks like it has so many good recipes. I am very excited to kind of branch out and try some more of these as well. I think these fluffy Japanese pancakes really came about as like I said, a viral street food. I really on this show also want to try some more classic Japanese cuisine eventually. These sounded fun for now though. First thing, gather all of your ingredients. I appreciate that she actually typed that out in a recipe because it makes everything go smoother when you do that. I highly encourage you to use metric measurements using a kitchen scale for this recipe. I have one. You will also need a 12-inch non-stick frying pan, large enough to cook 3 pancakes at the same time with a lid. I might cook one of these at a time and put the lid over them. I'm gonna use the griddle on my stove. Yeah, I don't have a 12-inch non-stick frying pan with a lid, but I know it's an important part to kind of steam cook these. We've got something that'll work. So I'm gonna go ahead and convert this over to metric. If you go to her website, which I'll have linked in the description, you can just click the button, says metric. I also like that it does 1, 2, and 3x the recipe automatically. That's nice. So step 2 says, I highly recommend to mix and cook only one batch of batter at a time, even if you double or triple the recipe. Otherwise the batter will deflate if it's left to sit for too long. And that kind of makes sense. It's got a meringue in it with whipped egg whites. I could see that. All right, mix the batter. Separate 2 large eggs into whites and put the yolks in different bowls. Put the bowl with the egg whites in the freezer for 15 minutes. There's no way I'm gonna fit a bowl in my freezer. My freezer hoards a bunch of frozen food. I don't know if I could really do that. We have another freezer in the garage. I guess I might be able to do that with. All right, I reconfigured some stuff in the fridge in the garage. I think if I can fit the 2 egg whites into a smaller bowl, I'll be able to fit it in there and freeze it for 15 minutes. She does make it seem like this is a pretty important step with this. It sounds like it's to make a meringue. I've never done that for a meringue, but let's give it a shot and see if having cold eggs helps with it. It's super hot where I live right now. It's 100 degrees out, so I could see this benefiting it. Separate that. Let's get our second egg separated. Alrighty, let's go pop these into the freezer. Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes. And it says, in the meantime, add 23 milliliters of whole milk and a quarter teaspoon of pure vanilla extract to the egg yolks and whisk until thick and frothy. Okay. I need another bowl. This always happens to me. I need a million bowls on this channel. All right, and she said how much? 23 milliliters do I have? I don't have something that has 23 milliliters. That looks very, very, very close to 23. Maybe it's like 25. And I am gonna skip vanilla extract in this for now. I don't have any. I really need to go to the store and get some more vanilla extract. We're gonna imagine that it has vanilla. If it doesn't turn out, blame the vanilla. And this is the perfect time to tell you that I don't have a Japanese apron. I have been to Japan. Today I'm wearing one my grandma made me when I was about 12. So here you go, Grandma, showing it off for you. You can kind of tell that it's meant for a 12-year-old with how it fits on the sides, but it's sentimental. I can't get rid of it. And I love my little frilly shoulders. Hand whisk until thick and frothy. Sift 30 grams of cake flour and 2 grams of baking powder into the bowl. And this needs to already be in the bowl. 30 grams of cake flour. I have all-purpose flour. It's gonna have to do. We'll see how much 30 grams of flour is. Let's start with that. Oh, that's 33 grams. Wow. Okay, that's 30 grams of flour. That's like 2 tablespoons. And the baking powder, 2 grams of baking powder. There we go. And we're gonna sift this into this. Okay. Okay, sift that in. Whisk to combine thoroughly. Do not overmix. Set aside while you make your meringue. Okay. Just want to be sure I get all that flour at least combined in. All right, now I have my iced egg white. It is chilly. I have a very, very, very cold freezer in the garage, so I didn't leave it in for the full 15 minutes because I honestly thought it might start actually freezing. Take them out from the freezer. The egg white should be half frozen. That's really I'm gonna do this. I don't think half frozen sounds like a good idea with these. I'm surprised it doesn't have any cream of tartar. Usually cream of tartar is in a meringue to kind of help stabilize it. I would have added that. Start beating the egg whites with a hand mixer. Okay. When they turn frothy and opaque, gradually add 26 grams of sugar. Okay. Let's go ahead and measure 26 grams of sugar in something. 26. Perfect. All right. I'm gonna change bowls. I don't want to scratch this one because it's a nice bowl. Can't have nice things in this house because we ruin them. Let's try again. I'm gonna start gradually adding the 26 grams of sugar. These are frothy and opaque. All right, now we're just beating till stiff peaks form. Of course, this is when my GoPro decides time to die, and that camera stopped recording. Great. All right, my camera battery might die at any minute now. Let's get on with this. We're not quite to stiff peaks yet. We need a bit more. We're very close. How about it with this again? That actually might have just deflated it some. All right, I think we've got this as close to stiff peaks as we can. I think it's got a lot of structure to it. I had to stop halfway through and change the camera battery, and I think that's what potentially did this in. But we're really close to stiff peaks. I think we're gonna be good. Check for stiff peaks, stop the whisk, pull up. The meringue should be in the bowl or on the whisk, should be firm enough to hold a peak, pointing straight up, or maybe folding over a little bit, just at the tips. We're close, we're close. Heat a large nonstick frying pan to 300 degrees and put the neutral oil on it. I am gonna go heat up my griddle. I don't know how I'm gonna tell if it's at 300 degrees or not, but it's gonna be hot. This gets pretty complicated here. Next it says, heat that up, 1 tablespoon of neutral oil, lightly remove any visible oil with a paper towel. Otherwise they'll have a spotty pattern. Okay. Take 1/3 of the egg white meringue and add the egg yolk mixture. Whisk together by hand. Don't worry about breaking the bubbles at this point. Okay, I'm gonna take 1/3 of this. I'm just gonna take a dollop onto the whip. And I'm gonna mix that together. Beat by hand. Next, take half the remaining meringue, add to the yolk mixture using a hand whisk, fold it in without breaking the air bubbles in the egg whites. And fold this in. Okay, I'm gonna fold this in. Now transfer the egg yolk mixture back to the bowl with the remaining meringue. Very gently fold the two mixtures together, taking care not to deflate the air bubbles in the meringue and batter as you fold. Mix the batter very gently until combined and homogeneous. Okay, over in here. We're gonna head over to that side of the kitchen from this point on. Alrighty. We're over here. Is it 300 degrees? I have no idea. All right, I'm a little nervous about this. I've got to be honest. I've got this at 300 degrees over low heat. Okay, we've got it as low as it goes now. For the first pancake, place 1 scoop of batter and make a tall mound in the frying pan using a small ladle or serving spoon that's bigger than a regular spoon. Okay, next stack. 1 more scoop of batter onto the first scoop. Repeat for the next 3 pancakes, giving each 2 scoops of batter. So what I'm doing for this is I have this lid that I'm gonna put over this and hopefully trap the heat enough to steam this. I am gonna just attempt 1 of these for the first, 1 pancake for the first one. I'm not gonna do all 3. There's just not that much height in this. I'm a little worried. You're supposed to kind of let it cook for a sec and then get another mound of stuff on here. All right, now let's put a little more. Oh, that's escaping. Add a little bit of water. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna assume I need to put this on next. I think we need to do that again so we actually trap the steam. Okay. That seems really dangerous on here. Cover with the lid. Alexa, set a timer for 6 minutes. Oh, after 2 minutes have passed, open the lid, add another scoop of batter, stack it high, not wide, add more steam. Okay, let's do that. Added more, a little more steam. Too much steam. I'm gonna put the lid on and act like I didn't do that. Alexa off. All right, let's take a peek in here. It's not looking bad. I have one of these like, these guys, so I'm gonna make sure I can just put out the flame. Nope, all right. Let's get a little more steam. Look at the bottom. Flip it. I mean, it's fluffy. And then another 4 to 5 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 4 minutes. All right, the timer's not gone off yet, but this is starting to burn. I think I'm gonna take it off at this point. Alexa, cancel timer. We're gonna take this up. Now, I have a feeling this is a fail. It's definitely like puffier than a normal pancake, but it does not have that like signature height that you usually get. Like, these are, the ones I had were like that thick, and this is, I mean, it's a thick pancake, but it's a pancake, like an American looking pancake. I'm gonna butter mine a bit. I don't really like syrup on pancakes. I'm more of a buttered up pancake kind of person. Let's give it a taste at least. I have a feeling it's still gonna be tasty. Just, yeah, that's like a normal pancake for me. I think I failed in that I didn't, I halfway through had to change the camera battery. And I think I let the meringue fall. It's a tasty pancake. Really tasty pancake. It's sweeter than most pancakes in the US. I'd still say it's a banging pancake. It's just not a fluffy cloud. Maybe I'll make another episode where I try and redeem myself on this one, but I am gonna cook this one up to say it's a fail. It's not the light, fluffy, big, thick one. It's a pancake you could probably get at IHOP. Like and subscribe to the Fruit Salad Social YouTube channel for more travel, failed cooking, and international content. I'll see you next time!